What is up, guys? Ncaa 31 here, and here it is. It's time for my 3-3-5 stack defensive series, Ncaa 14. And we all know by now, game's been out a few weeks, that defense is not an easy thing to play. Offense has a lot of firepower, but you still gotta play defense. You can't just give up and, take it with a plunger. You gotta, go out there and give yourself as good a chance as you can to play some D. And I'm not gonna show you, exploits and things of that nature. I'm just going to show you with the 3-3-5 stack series what has worked for me. My thought process on playing defense out of the 3-3-5 stack. I've been doing it for a while. It's been, pretty successful. I give myself a pretty good shot at being in most games that I play and making plays defensively with this defense. I like to use it because of the, preponderance of spread offenses that you see in college football, and it's, pretty versatile, pretty flexible. You can do a lot of things out of it. This is the base alignment here that you see. I just happen to be in practice mode here, and I just dialed up an ace formation out of the shotgun. You see the 3 down linemen, the 3 linebackers stacked behind them. You got your 2 strong safeties there in the box to give you a, 8 in the box look. Corner, middle of the field safety. Just some key pieces here. Block shedding, and block shedding. Very, very important this year's game. I mean, you got a lot to deal with as far as the running game goes, plus the read option, the QB wrap. And then the passing game, what do you see online? You see the curls, you see the outs, you see the streaks, the whips, all that stuff. But it begins with being able to stop people from just gouging you in the ground game, and then you can get people in the long yardage passing situations and go from there. And you just need straight up behemoths here at your linebacker and defensive line to be able to do that. And plus, depending on how good your strong safeties here are at stopping the run, will determine, whether you have to use substitution packages. If you don't have good run support, strong safeties, you have to do things like put in the 5 linebacker package, the 3-4 package, and stuff like that, in order to give yourself more muscle and more beef to stop the run. And then when you're able to stop the run and, make things difficult for your opponent in the passing game by forcing them to be patient, inevitably online gamers are going to get impatient, antsy, and greedy when things are getting hard. They'll start forcing things, down the middle and, down the sideline. That is where this defense, I think, really, really shines. When you get people in that situation where you can bring in zone blitzes and some really good man heat as well from a variety of places, when you get that person in that mode where they either have to pass or you're frustrating them to the point where they're starting to get impatient and force things. You can cause a lot of havoc. So let's begin with some basic plays, some basic pressures, basic alignments, and substitution packages. And what I'll do in part 2 is that I'll take you guys through defensive possessions in a head-to-head game and show you guys basically what I'm thinking, who I'm using, what I'm calling, who I'm putting on the field, all that good stuff, and why I'm doing it. Very important if you don't want to get bulldozed on the ground all game long. 3-3-5 stack, you want to put in the 5 linebacker package out of the base formation. You can get to it by a quick little flick of the RS, and that's what you want to use against runners, spread option guys, pro personnel. It takes those 2 strong safeties out of there, puts your outside linebackers in those spots instead, and puts in your backup outside linebackers behind the defensive end. So if you have good depth and muscle at linebacker, it'll give you some beef against the run. Of course, you'll suffer a little bit in pass coverage if your linebackers are, good at zone coverage. You won't lose that much, but This is really nice for stuffing the run and not getting yourself just completely manhandled as those safeties get kicked out and bulldozed. I also like to go 3-3-5 Oki, and I use the 3-4 package, and that'll take out one of the strong safeties and put an outside backer there to give you a 3-4. And I'll also use the 3-3-5 split. There, I'm going to thumb through the Oki there so you can see it, see the substitution that takes place. But I also like to use the 3-3-5 split and the 3-3-5 Sam, which gives you a 4-2-5 look. It puts one of your outside backers as a stand-up defensive end. I like to have my best pass rushing and block shedding backer in those spots in both the 3-3-5 split and the 3-3-5 Sam. Those are sets that can give you some good muscle, some good subs to give you some good muscle against the run. You really need to get your best block shedders, best tacklers out there against those base sets to, get them out of them and set up the second and long, third and long situations so you can, bring some man and zone coverage heat. I'm going to show you one play, 3-3-5 mid blitz out of the 3-3-5 stack. Kind of tough to lab run defense against the computer. You never know what you're going to get. Let's just pick any old pro set power run. And I have the 5LB package in here. There you see the default setup. And what I'll do is I will also place the defensive ends in pinks if I'm in off-man coverage to protect me against outs and curls, because what do people like to do when they see those corners off like that? Outs, curls, sometimes in. So if it's a running play, I'm fine. If it's a pass, I have those guys in the pinks that give me a combo coverage. Sometimes I'll throw the defensive tackle out in the hook or a spy, and I still have a 3-man rush. Kind of distorts those reads a little bit, makes them have to hold the ball a little while longer, and can enforce some mistakes. And of course you can do things like widen the backers here. Put them in more favorable angles based on the type of guy that you're playing. See, widening the backers make it a lot tougher. The outside backer becomes free to hold his ground there, or to operate in space. If you have the horses in the secondary, you can have a lot of fun with that play here, if you can man press them. Middle Blitz will go up against shotgun pass, random play, press. Jeez, computer quick snapped me big time there. Let's press. Let's spread the defensive line out a little bit. Get some better angles. It's an empty set. Guy's always going to be free. And again, it's just how well you match up outside. Good muscle there. And I'm using to get to that dump off. I'm going to go spread and spread the linebackers as well. That's just going to eat any empty set up, provided the coverage holds up and if he doesn't have a back in the block on the right side. See, he has the back here. And he picks up, Stefan to it, which is fine. You got a backer here, looping around, which causes some confusion on the O-line. Nose tackle comes slanting in there from that direction, which leaves him to crush poor Tommy Reese there. Gonna go spread, and slant to the right. Yeah, he's just gonna die if he doesn't get the ball off quick or has to keep it back in the block. Slanting to the right or left will give your defensive end a outside rush angle, which puts the tackle on an island, and look at that gap that he can blitz right through. You can play press, pink, pink.
Let's go! Red 18!
Matching up on the slot. Matched up outside. Nothing there. I mean, I'll concede that. And, you know, look at the athletic defensive end here. Bracketing that throw. Good luck. Go hook, pink, hook, pink. I mean, that's only, what, a 3-yard gain? You got a 3-man rush. Bracket. Nothing. Nothing. You know, I'll concede that. So that's just really one play. That is 3-3-5 stack, normal. Middle Blitz, and I'll go into more detail with other plays in the other installments in this series, and also show you some live gameplay defensive commentary. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little introduction. More to come. Talk to you all later. Peace.